Some people vanish, no warning, no trace, not a sound. And sometimes, these disappearances leave questions no one can answer, questions that haunt investigators and the world. This is one of those mysteries. Across decades, there are cases that refuse to die. People who simply disappeared, leaving behind belongings, half-packed bags, or unfinished meals. No ransom notes, no signs of struggle. And in some instances, witnesses reported things that made the disappearances even stranger. Tonight, we explore the creepiest disappearances that still baffle investigators, cases that remain unsolved, and stories that refuse to fade. The first case takes us to a quiet suburban town in the early 1990s. A young woman named Emily Harris vanished without a trace. Her car was found parked outside her home. The front door was unlocked. Her keys were still in the ignition. Neighbors reported hearing strange noises that night, footsteps, a door slamming, but no one ever came forward. Days later, investigators found a single photograph tucked under her pillow. It was of her smiling, but the background showed a street that didn't exist in her town, a street that appeared wrong. Next, there's the disappearance of Samuel Cortez, a hiker in the remote mountains of Colorado. He left his campsite on a clear morning. His backpack and supplies were untouched. Footprints in the mud vanished into thin air, mid-trail. Search teams scoured the area for weeks. No trace. And local guides whispered that certain trails in the mountains were forbidden. Then consider the chilling story of the vanishing at Lake Winden. 3 teenagers went boating on a foggy evening. They never returned. Hours later, the boat was found adrift. No one was inside. No footprints leading to shore. Only a single waterlogged journal that contained cryptic notes. I see them watching. They are patient. I am next. And the disappearances aren't limited to rural or remote areas. In 2007, in the heart of London, Mark Leland, a delivery driver, vanished while completing his evening rounds. CCTV footage captured him entering a narrow alley. Minutes later, the camera went dead. Emergency power restored later, but Mark was gone. All street cameras in the area were found to have been tampered with in the hours before his disappearance. Authorities never recovered him. Across all these cases, one thing is hauntingly similar. People vanish without a struggle. Their possessions remain untouched, and in some instances, witnesses describe shadows, figures in the distance, or inexplicable sounds. Investigators are left with nothing but questions, and theories that range from the mundane to the impossible. Despite exhaustive searches and modern technology, the disappearances continue. Years pass, evidence grows cold, leads vanish, and for those investigating, it becomes a pattern that cannot be explained. Some claim the missing were taken by strangers. Others believe something far darker, a force or a presence, operating just beyond human understanding. The truth? No one knows. And that is what continues to terrify investigators, families, and anyone who studies these cases. Perhaps these disappearances are random. Perhaps they follow a hidden logic. Or perhaps some stories are never meant to be solved. Because when someone vanishes, it's not just the person that's gone, it's the certainty that disappears too. The world becomes a darker place, and the questions linger. If you want to uncover more stories like this one, subscribe to Dark Depth Files, where we reveal what was never meant to be found.